Everything. Alright. So, today, okay, you want to do an intro then?
Sure.
Yeah, not the first time.
Intro time. Wait, how do you do an intro? Normally I just start things and then it just flows.
My god, you are insanely laggy, but I don't think that really matters. Alright, so, today we're gonna do a philosophy session together, right?
Yeah.
And today,
Philosophy.
Alright, and I am Tendo K. And then, even though I'm much more jittery than usual. Hold on, I'm Tendo K. And you are?
I am Fantastic Newty.
The what?
Wait, am I lagging for you or no?
Yeah, it's lagging, but like as long as they can hear me speak, like that's great. Maybe I should check just in case. All right, entertain people while I check things out.
Sure. People are calling you a sexy Asian man.
Tell them to do something that's not so obvious. Come on, people.
Do something that is not so obvious. Surprise him with something. Come on, boys. You have to be more unpredictable. Be wild. Be wild, boys. Come on.
Hello. Alright, I can hear myself. Alright, so I'm just gonna today I was planning to just let you pick the topics for today. Because I already made a lot of philosophy sessions myself. And then it's mostly those days where I just like keep control, not go all out and be all crazy, and then just have a respectful discussion together. Knock yourself out. Like it can be like legit any topic that you want to discuss about. No matter how controversial, no matter how insightful, as long as we can be as respectful as possible.
Sorry, they just my chat is acting up a bit. My chat is acting up.
What? They don't realize that this was gonna happen today?
No. They just well, someone did an intro for us. Someone did a really nice intro with a really good song, you know. So, yeah, that's about it.
Man, I missed it. Hey, I missed it all out. So what do you have in mind? Fantastic.
Philosophy. I was thinking philosophy.
Right.
Let's go. So right. I sometimes when I just browse through YouTube, I stumble upon videos basically of philosophies and stuff, and I was thinking that maybe we could react to some together.
Yeah, sure. You can like share the screens as well. That's fine.
That's exactly what I was gonna do right now. Let me just get my application here. There it is.
I have to press watch stream, don't I?
All right. So I got my YouTube here.
Hello, YouTube.
Wait. No, not that kind of. Okay.
Hello, fantastic new browser. Hi.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, not that. No, we are not going to. Wait.
That's German, right?
Yeah. I speak 3 languages, right? Oh, they found 21 feet. I don't think that's a philosophy. No.
It depends on how you see it, bro.
All right. Okay, this is a 44-minute video, The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene.
Yeah, you can just like skip past a few of it and then like summarize it in the next 10. You already watched these videos, right? Have you watched these videos already?
Nah.
You haven't watched them?
No.
Alright then, let's pick a shorter one then for today.
Going in, well then this one, that's like 18 minutes 42. No. Maybe not. Watch it. Wait, what? I've got a link from chat. Let's open this one. Let's see what this is. This is not a philosophy. This is not.
Brand new.
All right then. Increase your face.
Yeah, right.
Increase your face. It's not working. Increase your face. Out. Get rid of the YouTube. Get rid of it. Increase the face. Come on. I gotta go to your screen now. All right.
Oh, why?
Yeah, because we might as well just pick a topic right now and then just have a discussion about it. So,
All right.
all right. So right today, then why don't we just start out by talking about free will? What do you think about free will?
Free will?
Yeah.
Do we even have that?
Yeah, that's the question that we are trying to ask right now. About what do you think about free will? What do you think it is? Does it exist? And if it exists, what does it mean for you, me, and everybody else?
Okay, so let's say contextually and manually that free will exists, right? And we as like people and entities going through life can choose our shut up, this isn't boo topic, this is super interesting. You're gonna see why.
Huh?
So we as like entities can go through life and we have the free will of making choices, right?
Do we?
Let's say that. That's the thing. Do we? Because people say destiny, you're destined to do something. Well, if there's destiny and if you believe in destiny, then do you believe in free will? Right? Because if you believe in destiny, then you believe in something that's already been told for you. So you basically are living a pre-animated life. Let's call it that.
Yeah, but even if there was destiny, the way you reach it is through your own choices, right? So you could argue that.
Right. But the thing is, are those choices really choices, or are they also predestined choices that you've already picked out?
So everything can.
But then,
right.
Go on.
So everything can be considered a predestined like a situation, including what the decision that you make and why you decide to make it can all be considered like, oh, you were always destined to like think this way, and you're always destined to like always go through this path and stuff. Right. Yeah, that's
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a very interesting approach, especially if you believe in the idea of destiny. So do you believe in the idea that destiny is a real thing?
No.
No?
I can choose my own destiny, bro.
You can choose your own destiny.
Yeah. I have free will. Maybe other people don't, but I do.
Yeah, but it depends on like how you see it. Like if you could like time travel into the future and then just see yourself in the future, and then you can come back in time and then like tell yourself that this is gonna happen, then can you do anything to change the future?
Okay, well, what if it was predestined that someone's gonna tell? Well, look, if someone tells you the future, it doesn't mean they are actually saying what is actually gonna happen in the future. They are telling you a mere vision of the future that they had, or a vision of the future that is possible. But then if the thing of them saying what's going to happen in the future changes the future, then what if that was also predestined?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So this is also obviously assuming the fact that like time travel is real, and then like you can come back in time to like maybe fix your mistake. But the fact of the matter is, the fact that you are able to, in the future, time travel back in time to come and talk to you already, itself is probably also predestined, if you think about it that way.
True.
Yeah, true. To me, but let's just forget about the idea of destiny for now. Like, if destiny wasn't real, and you said that you don't agree that destiny is real, do you think that free will exists?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Why so?
If destiny isn't like a thing that, like, as we talked about, then I think free will definitely exists, and I think free will is like the only driving force that's like doing anything. You know.
Is your driving force though yours though?
I mean, it can be influenced and controlled by other people. But if I decide to eat an apple, it's not because a butterfly has flapped its wings
Right.
50 miles away. It's because I want to eat an apple, right?
But did you want to eat eat an apple, or did you want to eat it because you were hungry, so you were forced to eat it?
That is still free will. I still can kill myself and not eat an apple.
Right, but you don't have a freedom to die, because you don't have the freedom to choose not to die and to not eat an apple at the same time, right? So does that mean free will still exists?
Boys, help me! Can I eat the apple? Fuck! I feel like I'm basically pressured into doing everything. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Okay, maybe it was a bad example. Fuck! I now I can't think of an example that makes me think, yeah, I definitely had free will over that, because if I say clothes, so society wants me to wear clothes. I can't be naked, can I?
It's not only about that. You can even go much deeper, because the reason I want to bring this topic up was because, well, imagine this. Is anything you actually you? Like, the atoms in your body, it didn't come inside from you, right? It came from outside to inside, right? So it's not.
In a way,
it's not.
In a way,
right?
We are all made of one thing,
right?
Aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, if you believe in the Big Bang, which is probably
right,
true.
Let's take this. Yeah, let's take this even farther. Is any ideas that you have right now from you?
Chat is like, fuck off, Vsauce. I mean, chat was roasting you, but now they are like, this man is speaking truth.
Respect, brother. But honestly, like, is ideas, any kind of knowledge that you have today actually from you? So if that's the case, then imagine this. Let's just imagine you are in a world where nothing exists. Like, literally nothing except for you. Maybe you don't even have a body. I don't know. Can you still have ideas?
Yeah.
How?
Sure.
Okay, you said you know 3 languages, right? How did you learn 3 languages?
With my brain.
Yeah, with your brain, but at the same time, you needed to take that knowledge from somewhere else inside you, right?
That is true.
So like you had to get some books, maybe like watch some movies and stuff, or like things, right? So that knowledge came from outside, and then you absorbed it, but it didn't exactly come from you, right? You didn't spontaneously learn like German or like any English.
The thing is,
right?
I think the only thing is like the problem is here is with the definition and the scale of how you're seeing the things. Because if you scale the things down to the daily life, then yes, I have free will. If you scale things up to the entirety of the universe, everything is just a domino effect in a way.
How so?
Third Dagny, when this Viso Ben Shapiro guy is gone. No, you stay and watch, dickhead.
No, like how? Yeah, stay and watch. But you have to like if you're
no free will. You stay. Okay.
Yeah, so like if you're gonna differentiate between the grand scheme of the universe and then say that it's somehow different in that point than like compared to your individual lives, then you must have some kind of good reason to believe that, right?
What?
Like you said that like in a normal situation you do have free will, but in the grand scheme of things, in terms of the universe, you don't. But you must have a good reason to believe that, right?
no, I don't. It's not like I believe it. I just concluded it from from the information that was given to you, to me by you. I concluded then that well, in like a daily life, we kind of make our own decisions. So that would define that yes, we do have free will. But then in the grander scale, it all kind of one thing comes from the other. Like you said, I didn't really like it. Like when I learned a language, it came from the outside. It was an influence, and it wasn't free out of myself, let's say. So on the grander scale, things are just um well, not well, they're kind of just there well, in a way, through evolution, through stuff like that. But on the smaller scale, yes, we do have free will, you know.
But is it your own decision though? Because your decision has also can be taught, you know, like how you decide to do things in certain situation is mostly taught as well. Like your parents told you to like oh, if somebody does this to you, do this. Or like if you are to stream, for example, oh, you are inspired by other streamers, oh, we should do this. So like most of our actions are known and then has to be learned. But that act of needing to be learned might mean that we have no free will. Everything else can control us, but we don't have any control over what we do, because, you know, everything else is why the reason why we do anything is because everything else has taught us that this is right, or like that is wrong.
In a way, yes. But this is where it goes back to like a grander scale of things again. And as I'm saying, on the like in your daily life, you could consider it when you don't see the grander things. You could consider your small decisions as your own choices and free will. And then on the grander scale, as you said, everything comes from something.
Then you can argue that the way you consider that, yes, this is my own decision, I believe it, and this is right, you can also say that, well, you were taught to believe that.
Just look, chat is not really understanding what we're saying here. Oh yeah, if someone fuck you, you fuck him back. That is so far from what we were talking about. In a way, that is so far from what we were fucking talking about. How did you even
we can get to that conversation in a while, I guess, but like not right now. Not right now.
We weren't really talking, but it's not like we were learned. Well, I mean, yes, we were learned to like do eye for an eye in a way sometimes even. So yeah, sure, that example wasn't too far away, but and look, he made a thing up. Right? Was that free will, or was that dictated? I mean, it was in a way dictated by the situation, blah blah blah, by so many things.
Yeah.
But in a way, that was free will.
Yeah.
Since he made something up.
It also goes to ask, if you're gonna go into like depths about this, you can also go into ask about what is knowledge. Like, are we any different from a robot? Because a robot can only do things it's been programmed to do, right? We are technically, can be argued that to be programmed to do and react in certain ways. But we are not the programmers, right? So like if you see a tree,
in a way we are the programmers actually, because if you teach yourself things, you are reprogramming your own code to do different things.
Right. But the way you learn to like reprogram yourself is also things that are taught from outside. So a robot cannot reprogram.
Like AI, machine learning.
Yeah, a robot can definitely reprogram itself, but the way it reprograms itself is also learned from outside. So it doesn't suddenly magically generate a code that says like, oh, I can do this all by myself. No, somebody has to teach it first before it can do anything, right?
Well, the first cell, let's talk about the first cell then, if we're so far into the topic. Let's talk about the first cell ever. Where did it come from? And how did it make choices? To
True.
be honest.
Like, yeah, you could argue that, like, some things that don't have any conscious. But like you can, but then again, you have to start asking whether a sperm cell or an egg cell has any free will of its own.
No, no, no. I mean, cause we all, in a way,
Yeah.
came from one cell that
Right.
survived, multiplied itself, and
Right.
then it learned to live in groups, and then those groups evolved into higher things.
Right.
Blah blah blah. Right.
Right. So I'm not against the idea that evolution has a part of it, but if evolution has a bigger role in your decision making, and if other exterior factors have more influence over your decision making, then do you have free will? Is any of these decisions actually yours?
Sure. For sure, for sure.
For
man.
sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
I can believe what I want.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Like, I'm not saying I'm right.
That is free will, isn't it?
Yeah, that is totally free will. Yeah, that is totally free will.
Free will, because I've been programmed to believe what I want, what I seem better for me.
Right.
So is it free will? Shit.
All right, so that was one of my topics. If you want, do you have any other topics that you want to discuss about?
I still have something to like add to that. So like,
sure.
if we don't have free will, does that mean the entire society is gonna collapse and we have to panic and we have to fall into depression and do something bad, just because we don't actually have that free will that we're talking about?
Well, to me,
what even is free will then?
sure.
Okay, let me go to find out. But yeah.
Well, to me, like, you can see it in two ways. One is definitely your way, where like what you're just telling me right now, that like you can definitely fall into depression and all that. But this is also a way that I like to tell people about how important it is to like learn as much as possible, because the whole reason your existence itself is dependent on exterior factors, then it means that it's very important that you have as many choices as possible when it comes to what comes into your mind and what comes into your soul. And I believe, like, if you were to like go into depression, you avoid, and then you miss out on all the potential beautiful things that you can possibly learn and develop yourself through that. But that's also like very optimistic way of thinking, which I do agree. What do you think?
Well, I think definitely that even though in the definition we don't have free will, we can still believe in it, like we believe in other things, and we definitely shouldn't, like, as beings that don't actually in a way have free will, we shouldn't give it up then, right?
Yeah, that's what I said in my applied ethics like live stream, right? About how important it is to believe, and then like how dependent we are on it. Yes, it's kind of depressing to think about the fact that like this is all we can do, but like if it is all we can do, then we can at least make the most out of it. There's nothing to say that about that, right? Of course, as philosophers, I'm not exactly here to make people feel better. Like just the reason, if I turn up and then something I've discovered is depressing, then like so be it. But what do you think?
I mean, it's true. It's true.
It's not necessarily true.
Anything else to say about that?
Yeah. All right. Do you want to pick a topic this time?
Let's watch a video.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. Something very interesting. Entertaining. Do you have any viewers in chat? Someone's saying something.
I only have one viewer and he's not chatting.
Fantastic Newt, can you give me some reward points, like 18k? I mean, no, I literally don't even have the ability to give you 3 points. No free will, sorry, bro. Well, like,
that's
actually,
the spirit.
I don't
That's the spirit. Make the most out of this.
But I actually don't have the ability, no button to do that. You just have to gain it by watching my stream a bit more often, please, Mr. Teacher.
That's the right way to do it.
Let's see. What of we are programmed to believe if men are men, but they are not actually men, they are women. So we are programmed to believe women are men.
What?
Yeah, I mean, we are not, but what if? What if we are programmed? Well, then we wouldn't see the difference. We wouldn't see the difference if it's pre-programmed. You wouldn't be even thinking about it,
I mean, you could,
right?
yeah.
Because you normally don't see above, like what's beyond your box that you're in, right?
Sorry, this is about a question about how like we see women and men the same.
No. He just like he did like a quirky little question here. What if we are programmed to believe if men are men, but they are not actually men, they are women? It's a weird question, but I think I get it. That like if we were thinking that women are men, but that's like a that's like a different reality where in which we always were thinking that women are men and then men are men. So we just this is very
This mostly goes down to like definitions, right? Like the about
yeah.
like just that there's like if like I said, like in my opinion, like belief is one of the main thing that driving force of the entire world. At least in terms of what humans find important. So if like as much as like some people might disagree or some people might agree that there's nothing exactly stopping you from believing that like a man is a man and a woman is a woman or like a completely opposite way. If it wasn't another universe, that could be the same thing. But
Okay. So
yeah,
basically, the thing about woman and men, we think in language, right? We
yeah,
think in language.
right,
So we made labels so we can communicate those ideas of man and woman
right,
between each other. That's why we made those labels, those words, so we can then transfer those ideas, those thoughts to other humans.
right,
And that's why we have woman, men, you know?
yeah, yeah.
It's all it's all
What? Yeah.
made up.
Yeah, whether that is correct or right is incredibly subjective. The only thing that matters in this position is the fact that people agree. If people suddenly were to say that, if enough people were to say that like a woman was suddenly
But they
man,
are doing it. They are doing it actually.
yes, I know, but like if they were to like suddenly everybody were to suddenly change their minds, then like at the end of the day, like suddenly forget the fact that like you know man used to be man and woman used to be woman, then it can easily has changed. That depends on how you see it. Because the definition was only invented by humans in order to like make it easier to understand. But if you don't find it easier or you find it wrong, then no one can say you're wrong. Just that like you have different definitions. That's it.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm.
Like if there's a parallel universe in which they think differently, then it's their truth against ours. Let's call it that, right?
Yeah,
It's for them it's normal, for us it's different, but
yeah.
for us this thing is normal, and for them it would be weird.
If you're gonna be going through that route, then like I was planning to save this topic for like a future philosophy stream, but we may as well just start talking about it here then. Do you
You
think
mean parallel universes?
no, like about the right and wrong? Do you think there's
Ah.
a definite right and wrong in this world?
I didn't we talk about it on like when I was in chat?
No, not in this much detail.
Yeah, true. Oh, in this much. These oh shit, information's coming. Yeah, right. Um, you know, I've I've came to a conclusion that maybe there is no definite right or wrong.
Hmm.
After some conversations we've had,
Yeah, I think we did it about at the applied ethics time. Yeah.
yeah, applied ethics. Yeah.
Mm.
That was it. That was the cataclysm. Or do you say cataclysm?
Catalyst.
Catalyst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Exactly the catalyst of that. Yeah. But now I think differently, because before I thought, yeah, definitely there everything is black and white, right? Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
shit.
I sometimes had like this debate with a lot of people where they sometimes argue back and like debate back to me and say that like if you imagine like an infinite universe, and the chances are all those universes will probably logically say that, for example, murder is wrong. And I tell them in response that yeah, but infinity is kind of huge. And are you sure? Can you really be confident that not a single one of those universes will have like an option, like have a society that allows murder, maybe even prosper? That's how big infinity is, right?
We could go to like Vikings. That's not very far off from our universe because it is our universe,
Right.
and they had a certain thing where they didn't kill each other like in their own little social circles. I
Right.
mean, when they went to war,
Right.
they have seen it as good to like
Right.
kill others people kill fuck kill others people. Yeah.
That's one side of the story. That's one side of the story, and that's a historical debate. But it's about, yeah, but it's about this difference in time as well. For example, when I was having debates about this, we somehow go into the conclusion that we're somehow more wiser as a human species than we were back then, where we used to witch hunt and then like have slaves and all that stuff. But I was thinking that I don't think so. We just think that we just have different beliefs compared to what we did. Were they wrong for thinking that way back then? Not necessarily. I disagree with them, obviously, but can I really say they're wrong though? Like, they'll probably think many things that we do today is completely absurd and wrong, right? So can we say the exact same thing to them?
Point of perspective.
Yeah.
Right. It all comes to the point of perspective of the person. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you believe that like there's no right and wrong, then let me ask you this then. Suppose that you alone that day, you still, okay, I'm just gonna assume that you don't believe that slavery is good and stuff like that, okay? Let's just assume that everybody else suddenly on one day told you that, oh, slavery is awesome, slavery is great, we should all like have slaves, and then you alone are gonna stand up against them and say, no, I don't believe that slavery is good.
Well, then I would be enslaved, but
yeah, but let's just assume that you'll be okay. But would you still believe that you were right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Since I believe like everyone should be equal, and that will condescend my belief of like
Right.
not necessarily equal, but like there shouldn't be people who are so much higher up and completely depriving other humans of their humanity. So that's why that would like negate my
Right.
beliefs here. So I would still stand by no slaves.
Yeah, but the reason I was talking about this was how difficult it is to like be like that in your situation, you know?
Very.
Yeah.
It's a life or death situation, but like
honestly, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like if you were actually in real life about that, you'll probably either get killed or like be a slave, or like people will somehow try to silence you as much as possible. Not because you're wrong, not necessarily, but because you're dangerous.
Yeah, just like Nazis and the Jews.
Yeah,
we can go to that. Like there's this example of this. I don't know if it's really a good example, but I just want to throw this story into this conversation. There was this person, a man, who, well, he helped children who were
Newt? Hello? Oh no, I think you disconnected. Hello? Newt? Oh no, I think he bugged out. Oh jeez, what do I do here? Is everyone okay? Hello? Man, this is awkward. I was getting really into that. What on earth is going on? Hello? Hello? Let me join. What on earth? Any ideas what I'm supposed to do now? You froze. Froze for me. Me. What do I do? Ah, dang it. It was so going so well. Can I go back now? Hello? Like, it's connected. Like, honestly, it's connected. Are you connected? Hello? Let me in! Let me in! Finally.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, you start rubbing your hands on the side like this and then like went all jittery.
My internet died, so yeah.
You'll be okay? Can you continue?
What?
Can you continue?
I could continue like this if you wanna.
Yeah, but can you stream right now?
Not really. My internet is still dead.
What's going on today?
This is not a good timing.
Alright.
Today.
Right. And you're playing this game this whole time. No chance of your internet coming back, right? What do you wanna do?
I mean, maybe it's gonna restart in like a minute. Mate, we could still continue talking if you wanna. I could just talk like this and then fuck.
Yeah, I don't mind. Tell those people to like come to my stream and then watch that like until your stream comes back.
Let's go.
Like, you know, like it's my username the same anyway.
Well, I would need to go to where is it?
Dang, that creepy photo still there.
Wait, did I like freeze weirdly or something?
I can't. Fantastic, do something. I'm seeing your profile picture and it's creeping me out.
Oh.
I don't like this. What am I supposed to do?
It's best.
Yeah. What are you on to right now? What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna host you.
Really? Oh, super. I have no idea what that means, but like I hope that's good for me.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. Wait, how do I host your mobile? What the hell?
Well. Wow. That's
Boom,
a big question.
I know. /host Tendel_K. Boom.
Like as much as I have opinions about a lot of things, about this, like as soon as someone talks about Discord or Twitch, I just can't.
What do you mean?
Like it goes against my expertise. Like just, what does this button do? Or like a host? What, really?
You mean you're a boomer?
Hmm?
You mean you're a boomer?
I am far worse than that.
Whoa, okay.
I am far worse than that.
Go really hard on yourself.
I do work hard too. Great. Alright, welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. You're talking about like children and then like someone like being nice to them, right?
Wait. It's your stream. Yeah. I was like talking about this dude who like children in the dude. Wait.
You're glitching out again.
Oh my god, am I on PC now? This is so confusing.
Okay, go and then like just get me back on your PC then. Go. Bye. Man, it's great. It's because it's not my fault this time. It's not my fault this time. Oh, that's awesome. I think I have to like lower the volume though because it might get a bit loud. Man, I want more viewers. I mean, just enough to like tell me if it's too loud or not. That's it. Is that too much to ask for? Is that too much to ask for? Well. Can't have everything that we want, I guess. Man, though, fantastic Newt's like fans are really, really hardcore, aren't they? I just disconnect for now. He's gonna let me in soon. He'll do that. He can't ignore me forever. Yeah. In like 1 minute now, he's gonna like go back and see. Right.
Hello. Why you disconnect?
Are you okay now?
Yeah.
Great.
I was for like a minute, but then you disconnected.
Yeah, I thought you had to like to fix some problems or something. I was prepared to wait for like 10 minutes at least.
No, it's good.
All right, so where we left off? You were talking about like a person who was like very nice to like a couple of kids or something.
Yeah. So he like helped them go through concentration camps, this and that, you know. He was he went against like all those kind of beliefs and stuff like that. Well, the beliefs that like those people were lower, but they were still human. He still believed them in like being human, so he still had his own beliefs that like people are still human, you know, which makes sense. But he then died together with them in the concentration camp in the like gas chamber, right? So his beliefs led him to a death, but it was an honorable death because, well, he died believing in what he wanted to and not what was forced onto him in a way. Okay, let's not talk about free will in this situation.
That is really controversial though, like insanely. Like if you think about it, like, well, he is a criminal, right? Like he did kill those children, right?
No, what? No.
He helped them. He helped them
with like going through this whole process and like stuff.
So
but he went to the gas chamber with them and he died with them in you know.
Yeah, but like he still like you know, took them to the gas chambers. Is that what happened?
No. Don't you know about the concentration camps?
No, I know about the concentration camp, but I'm just confused about what his role was.
I don't remember the story that good, but he was really like he was helping the children in the concentration camps in whatever kind of way, right? And he was definitely a nice person. That's what I remember. And then the end of his story was that he died together with them.
Okay,
that's about it. It's he didn't force them. He was forced with them to go to the to like the gas chamber or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe he gave up his freedom to help these children and go through all these things that they couldn't avoid, and
yeah. We'll just move on from that. But just one question: like, did he work at the concentration camp, or like he was just there as a victim as well?
Yo, I don't remember, but maybe he did work there and then he died together with them or something like that, because that would make more sense.
Yeah, so he changed his mind and then like he decided to just help them instead and stuff like that. All right, that's good. All right. So we've been talking about free will and then the concept of right and wrong, which is stuff that we've right and wrong we've already talked about in the past stream. What other topics would you like to talk about today?
Mr. Alpha going. That's the topic right now. Yo, Mr. Alpha. Okay, see you next time whenever you can.
Bye.
I know you enjoyed the stream today.
I'm Tendo. Come check this out too.
Go check out Tendo for sure, because he does those really cool streams often. Go on.
All right.
Okay,
your turn.
Continue.
Yeah, your turn.
My turn.
Yeah, I'm
not on the same level when it comes to philosophy as you are. So as I wanted to do, I'm gonna play video.
Which video?
Okay, let me see. Let's play a video. Video. Oh, one of my favorite people, Friedrich Nietzsche.
Yeah, just no, like search nihilism like on the search, and then we can talk about it. Like we just watch a very short video about it. Or this one's fine too, I guess.
We do this.
What
Bye.
I relate is the
Have a
history of
good
the
day,
next 2
guys. See
centuries.
you.
I describe what is coming, what can no longer come differently.
this is-
The advent of nihilism. For some time now, our whole European culture has been moving as toward a catastrophe, with a tortured tension that is growing from decade to decade, restlessly, violently.
And yeah, why don't you just summarize what nihilism is for us, and then we can talk about it.
That no longer reflects.
Like just very basic. It's just a 1 hour and 2 hour stream, so we can't go into too much detail, but like just have a basic idea, and then we can start talking about it.
Fuck. It's in German.
That's fine. It's fine. Like just describe it.
I don't know. Oh, fuck. I don't know what nihilism is. The belief that nothing in the world has a real existence. Historical deductory. No. Okay, that's that's not it. That's not it.
That's real existence. I think I was about to say like nihilism was about like nothing in this world matters, but like I think that's existentialism.
Nihilism is the belief that all values are baseless and that nothing can be known or communicated. It is often associated with extreme pessimism and a radical skepticism that condemns existence. A true nihilist would believe in nothing, have no loyalties, and no purpose other than, perhaps, an impulse to destroy.
Okay, that is way too how do I put this? Extreme?
Yeah. Is nihilism good or bad? You are right. There is no good and bad. You are right to reject it. Nihilism is harmful and mistaken. However, it is not an abstruse philosophical irrelevance because everyone falls into nihilism at least occasionally. Fear of nihilism is the main reason people commit to other stances, such as eternalism and existentialism, that are also harmful and mistaken.
Well, I'm not too knowledgeable about like nihilism or like all that, but I think this can be something we can discuss about. Do you think that life is meaningless?
Well, this comes to the conversation of does life has a meaning, and we make up that meaning, don't we?
Right.
So in a way, maybe life is meaningless, but the meaning of life is to survive through it, I guess. And then we can find out more further after that, or we can buy the DLC if it's EA alive.
But like intrinsically speaking, if you can find like meaning in anything, then does that mean just doing nothing is also a part of the meaning too?
Sure.
And does
if you believe that doing nothing is the meaning of life, then you can do nothing.
I see. But so if that's the case, then there's no like ultimate goal or anything. You're at the end of the day, you're just like if there's no meaning to life, then you're no different than you're no different to being dead at the same time. Like, is there any difference between if there's no meaning to life, then what is it? Why is being alive so important if there's no meaning? If you just make it yourself.
Being alive isn't about meaning, it's more about the whole survival thing, isn't it? So, right, that's why it's so important, I guess. It's very complicated, and it like life goes into this whole topic goes into many different directions that we have to go through in order to like understand it fully. So like we can talk about the what was I gonna say? So like the meaning of life. Then there's also this whole survival part. Then
Right?
there is also the beliefs that we have.
Yeah.
Then there's also whatever else there is that comes to it, and yeah.
There's also the concept of like eudaimonia as well, where you go and become this like you're trying to reach that enlightenment where you do what the great people does and then copy their actions, and eventually you keep that up. That's the whole point of life, to become enlightened in that regard, where you perfect yourself as a being and a human being, and that you achieve that by achieving eudaimonia. But that's just one aspect.
What eudaimonia?
Yeah, let's try searching for it. I don't know. I forgot if it was Socrates or Plato that like written about that, but I don't know. So.
English. Fuck. I'm like looking up the English definitions because it always comes up with a German one. Eudaimonia, Greek, sometimes exists as eudaimonia, is a Greek word literally translated into the state or condition of good spirit, and which is commonly translated as happiness or welfare. In the work of Aristotle, Eudaimonia, well, can I read that fully or?
Yeah, just that one, like that one paragraph, I think.
Okay. Was used as a term for the highest human good, and so it is the aim of practical philosophy, including ethics and political philosophy, to consider and to experience what it really is and how it can be achieved. It is thus a central concept in Aristotelian ethics and subsequent Hellenistic philosophy, along with the term aret excellence and okay.
Yeah, it's a virtue theory. You're trying to be as virtuous of a person as possible. That's one of the aims that was suggested back in the days. Some people still believe that. If you are on that regard as well, that's fine as well. And a lot of Western society these days are also in that regard about just trying to become the best version, like not too extreme, but not not either. Like you can't be too reckless and too passive at the same time. You have to be right the exact middle, and you're trying to achieve that right balance, which is the reason why you can like achieve eudaimonia. It's simple if you just think about like it's just way you can just become a good person, to put it very simply, and that's just one of the definitions of what a good person is. Yeah, that's basically it. Very basically. If you want to do more research on this, then you guys can do that.
Sounds very interesting, mister.
Right? All right.
It do.
So, okay. Seriously, I think I was still the one who was like taking over like this chat. You go ahead.
Man.
You go ahead.
Okay. Well, it's not like I can just
No.
start a topic.
Fantastic. Just pick a like topic. Like you don't have to depend on YouTube so much. Just like you must have like something that you were like very curious about, right?
Oh yeah, I have like a topic. Look, so like we just talked about the eudaimonia, right? The whole thing about like the whole like happiness, blah 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 blah. Okay, so what if we don't have to be extremely happy to have a good life, right? Yeah, that's a topic. Right.
That's a
right,
topic.
like,
Yeah. That's one topic.
yeah.
You want to talk about happiness?
We don't know how to evaluate all of this. Yeah, like kind of like the happiness and stuff like that. Because recently we all just trying to be happy, but do we really have to be happy all the time in order to have a good life?
Right. Yeah, that's
Right?
actually that was actually one of the topics I actually wanted to talk about with you as well, about happiness. What do you think?
Well, I think that we should definitely organize it in a way. I don't know if organize it is a good word, but I don't think we need to be happy all the time. There is moments of happiness and there's moments of peace, and there's moments of, well, like a sadness, anger, this and that.
Mm?
Life is about a combination of all of those things, and
Right.
just because sometimes
Right.
we are not fully happy,
Right.
and in some moments
Right.
happiness isn't there,
Right.
it doesn't mean we have a bad life.
Yeah, that's actually a very famous experiment, like thought experiment about that too. Was someone saying something?
Yeah, Alex is back.
Hi Alex, how are you? So there was like a very famous like a thought experiment that you can like it's on TED right now, but I'll just explain to you. So imagine like there's this couple, okay? And this couple is like the woman is incredibly in love with this man, okay? But she doesn't realize that he's cheating on her. And
Shit.
at the same time, he's still able to like take care of her, take care of both of them, and take care of her, and then the woman doesn't know. Now, should you tell the woman that the man is cheating on her?
Depends on the situation.
Yeah, what about you? What do you think in this situation?
You know, I think that well, it depends what I gain from it. If it's just for my peace of mind, my peace of mind,
Right?
like because it bothers me, it might be a dickhead move because it might ruin their whole life,
Right.
Just to make myself feel more at peace.
Right.
So that's something. But if I want to take advantage of that situation and profit from it, meaning I would split them up and then win something in this situation, maybe the woman,
Let's just
Man,
but
woman,
fantastic. Let's just keep it simple and then saying that this is you're trying to make a decision just thinking about her situation, and you're making whatever decision that you make, whether you tell her that he's cheating or you don't, it's for her. So if it's for her, what would you do? Quite difficult, isn't it?
It is quite difficult, I could be what could be considered not brave enough and not tell her and just leave it be, or also pick the more peaceful option and not tell anyone, and then hope that maybe one day things will sort itself out, like either she finds out or she never does and the man stops or something happens, like I could just leave it and the flow will continue without me,
Yeah, because the reason I bring this up is because this experiment was about the idea of perpetual happiness and perpetual pleasure. So like if you were to be, so the experiment was that if you had the choice to like put yourself in a machine where you only feel pleasure forever, keep rising no matter, and you'll never get bored.
Orgasm machine.
Okay, that's an option. But like yeah, in that case, would you do it? And then this experiment was used to like give an example of where maybe happiness and pleasure is not the only thing that is important. The truth might be important as well. For example, when you tell that woman the truth that like her husband is cheating, you're purposely ruining her life in order for her to know the truth, in order for her to know the reality.
Right.
So
that's true.
Yeah, so in this sense, we're saying that like yes, we could lie to ourselves into pleasure, complete full-on pleasure. But at the end of the day, maybe if you're uncomfortable with the idea that to like tell the woman that her husband is cheating on her, then you might think that maybe there's much more value to reality than first meets the eye. Because, well, yes, reality might not always be the best, but maybe some of the low points is what makes it important, and it's better than being fake.
True.
Yeah, this is one of the experiments, and there's probably no good answer to this because, well, yeah, you are ruining her life, but at the end of the day, is it better to like ruin her life, or is it better to like tell her the truth?
No, ruining her life would be telling the truth.
Yeah, ruining her life. Yeah, true. I messed up my words.
Yeah.
which will
It's good.
yeah, which brings up to my, okay. Sorry, you want to say something?
No.
Which brings up to my which brings me to my which brings me to my next question. Do you think happiness is overrated?
In a way, yeah, definitely.
Really?
It's like this whole society is just living on what's it called again? The happiness hormone. What you get from
There's oxytocin, endorphins.
maybe endorphins. What was it?
There's
Either
a
endorphins, the happiness hormone, bro. The one that's like that everyone's talking about.
Are you sure it's not oxytocin?
No.
There's a lot more chemical that goes into happiness, but sure.
Dopamine.
All right, dopamine.
Dopamine. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, oxytocin is there on the list, but dopamine, like everyone's living off dopamine now, and it's serotonin and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
And we came to like value it so much that it can ruin lives, you know. Like people see it in a way that, oh, I'm not getting enough dopamine, I'm not getting enough endorphins, oh shit, my life is miserable, I'm not like Kim Kardashian, I'm not like Kanye West, I'm not like fucking this person, I'm not like my neighbor, my neighbor is living better than me, oh shit, my life is a ruin, now I have to fall in depression, you know.
Right. So you think that it's overrated then, right?
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
But can you do if happiness is overrated, then what do you aim for? Because like has there ever been a time where you did something where you know for a fact that it's at the end of the day it's not for your happiness?
I'm aiming for the mixture of all of those things.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the truth, what I would call the ultimate truth, is what I'm kind of aiming for. You know?
Yeah, but sorry.
I do sometimes do things that don't make me happy. Yeah, sure, but it's all because I want to progress. Yeah.
But why do you want to progress?
To make myself happy.
Exactly.
No. I mean, yeah. In a way, yes.
So, a lot of philosophers do say, whether or not happiness is overrated, chances are the reason why you do anything today is in order for you to be happy eventually. When you stream today, it's probably because you want to get that excitement or that happiness from streaming. If you make money, it's because you want to, be happy by spending that money. Even if you go through hardships, ultimately speaking, you want to be happy, even though sometimes you don't get there.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's kind of like happiness is crucial to our survival as well, and they like go together.
So
Alex has a question. Dad, I have a question to you guys. What would you do if your life started to get shitty and your social life is lower than before and you started to feel less needed, but you still enjoy life? What would you change to get better?
That's exactly the situation I'm in right now. No, like honestly, like I was talking about like whether everything was worth it. Like I talked about you with this last time, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar for me then, I guess, as well. Okay, yep, go on.
Yeah, the way I see it is the fact that like, what was the question again? Can you just repeat that because I want to make sure.
All right. What would you do if your life started to get shitty and your social life is lower than before and you started to feel less needed, but you still enjoy life? What would you change to get better?
I actually had a discussion about this many times because I was going through the same thing myself. It was basically about remembering the fact that like no matter who says otherwise, I am legit awesome. I am so cool. Like honestly, like think about it this way. Why am I like concerned about myself with my social life? Why am I so concerned that I have not getting enough money, for example. Why am I so concerned? Why? Because I'm taking it really seriously. I'm committing myself to it, right? And which means that, like, yes, but that enjoyment sometimes, that idea that you get becomes an obsession sometimes, where, oh, I didn't achieve this, and then just because you didn't achieve a single goal, you suddenly feel like your entire world collapses. The way I handle it is the fact that this is my motivation, is the fact that, like, I decide that yes, I do want money. Yes, I may sometimes want fame. Yes, but I don't need it. I am still awesome no matter what happens to me. I could be in prison right now with like no life, with no legs, no arms. The only thing that's stopping me from believing I'm awesome is myself. Because like people keep thinking that like, oh, you need money, or like you need like strength, or you need like good looks to be confident in yourself, and good looks to be like, you know, be proud of yourself. No. If that's the case, is you're not proud of yourself, you're proud of the things you do. And when you can't do the things that you do, or for some reason you suddenly destroy yourself. No, like you're still awesome even if you were to like be bedridden today, just not because someone else tells you to, right? Like even if some people were to call you like lazy bum and stuff like that, there's no reason why you can't be proud of being lazy bum. There's no reason. And that's just how I see it though.
Okay. Then I would also tell, like, say that maybe sometimes, since like life is like always like in kind of like a wave shape, right? Sometimes you have better moments, sometimes you have worse moments, right? Pretty simple. Sometimes we can. Now I want you tender to like correct me if I'm wrong. We have to like come to terms with things, maybe that like sometimes things are gonna be worse. But it doesn't mean that they're gonna be worse forever as well, right?
Right.
It's that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. To me, it's about satisfaction. For example, like I am generally a very, very jealous guy, and I get jealous of every other thing that other people do. But the big problem with me is that there's a huge difference between being jealous and being like inspired. Where if you're inspired, oh yes, there some people are okay. Some people are amazing, but that doesn't mean I'm not amazing. Sure, I want to do what they do, but like I'm still really amazing. But when I'm jealous, just because someone is better than me at something, I somehow forget everything else I'm good at, and then just, oh, I'm only jealous. I want to be you, even though there was nothing wrong with me in the first place. You know, I just made myself my own enemy. And the thing that no matter how low you get, and no matter what kind of situation you are, you really shouldn't make yourself an own enemy, because the thing you're trying to fix is yourself. And at the end of the day, you might realize eventually there was nothing to fix in the first place.
What if there was something to fix, and you have to come in terms with that, and you have to overcome it and accept it to fix it?
Yeah, it's about, yeah, I agree about, yeah, it's about self-satisfaction in my opinion. Like you can legit be happy and satisfied whenever you want to. It's definitely hard. I'm not kidding. Like it's seriously difficult.
But do you have to be satisfied with however you are if you think that you could be better?
That is up to you. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no, like I said, there's no requirement. You don't need to. You don't have to like be obsessed with it. That's up to you. Like you can seriously want it. Like as like wanting it, there's nothing wrong with wanting things as long as you can control it. But when you need something, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, no, I just wanted to jump in with like, what if thinking that like being satisfied with yourself at any moment is lying to yourself? Because sometimes you're in like a situation, or some people
right,
are literally
right,
like not good, right? And
right,
then they see it as not good, but
yeah,
then they suddenly have a change of mind,
right,
and they are like, no,
right,
I'm the best, I'm
right,
the best, and so they are probably lying to
right,
themselves, right? And lying
right,
to yourself is
yeah,
very bad.
yeah, I understand. This is why I say that this is one of the most difficult philosophy that I personally believe in. Like, because you don't need anything. The only thing that you want is, the only thing that you now do is just wanting. But you don't know if wanting something is correct or wanting this is right. You have to somehow come to believe in yourself, which is difficult because No one's gonna tell you that, yes, this is right. No one's gonna tell you this is wrong. You just have to personally believe it. And it sucks sometimes. You'll always question yourself. But on the other hand, if you start needing stuff and if you start depending on it, chances are you're still lying to yourself because you're somehow thinking that doing this is gonna make me happy, or doing that is gonna get me to somewhere I want to be. I was watching a lot of like boxers having like personal interviews, and then I just hear them having so much regrets because like they didn't become world champion, or like they didn't do this and that. And I just think that, but you're still so amazing. Like, sure, but it feels like their entire being itself is so dependent on that world, one aspect of themselves, that they forget to realize that, there's nothing stopping them, to be honest, from believing that they've done something great if they wanted to. Sure, you will have regrets, and sure, you're gonna always want more. But if you keep wanting more and more, and then keep thinking that I need this to be happy, I need that to be happy, then chances are you won't be satisfied. The only thing that will make you satisfied is if you start actually believing that you're satisfied before you start moving onwards.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's my belief. I'm honestly saying that though. This is really tricky. Like, I'm still struggling with this myself.
You're right. So like what he's saying, right? It's so I just wanna kind of repeat it to like check if I'm right. So like basically you're like saying that I first need to, let's say, accept how I am, right, and be satisfied with that. And then if I make any progress, it's good. But if I see myself as bad and want to progress, that is not good.
I'm saying there's no point. Like, what's your ultimate
like,
aim here?
seeing yourself
Like,
as bad.
yeah, see. Like, I always, like, back then, I was always talking about how I should always improve. But then I forgot that if I keep improving without actually being proud of myself, like, I don't achieve anything. Sure, I get better at this, maybe. But until I tell myself, okay, let's just be happy and celebrate where we are first, and then move on. Like, even if I were to, like, for example, I told myself that even if I were to stop streaming today, like, stop me from like talking, and then like stop me from like gaming and all this, I'll still be awesome. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want to. I don't need to. Streaming is not who I am. Like, nothing is what makes me who I am. The only thing that makes me who I am is me. And this is a very difficult thing, because now you're saying that you don't depend on anything to be awesome. And I say, no, like, I just want to. I want to. And then some people say that, oh, you're gonna get really arrogant. And I do agree. Sometimes you do. Like, honestly, I'm so proud of myself sometimes that I feel like I'm really arrogant. But it's just that this is what it takes sometimes to, like, just to realize by yourself that, like, the only reason that you hate yourself sometimes is because you can never be satisfied. And then eventually it's gonna like destroy you sometimes.
I thought that you being so confident and so proud of yourself and like saying you're the best and stuff was kind of like an act or something, or you being cynical or something like that,
Right?
I guess you're just
right. Yeah, I think there's a huge difference between being arrogant and being proud of yourself. When I say I am great, I normally don't say that I'm better than somebody else. I don't care if I'm better than somebody else. I really don't. Sure, do I have like my own opinions about some people? Yes. But at the end of the day, even if for example, a god were to like be right in front of me, like a perfect being, like, just because he exists, does that mean I'm any worse than I was before? No, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like, I'm still great. Yeah, you're still great. Like, even if you were to be in prison right now, sure, you won't like it. You might not like what you are. That's why you might want to like get out of that situation. And you need to have the confidence to tell yourself that, like, yes, this is not what I want. I struggle with that. I really do. But like, it just still means that it's more about your choice. Of course, then it goes back to the idea of free will, though.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's funny that we started with that topic and now we're like always kind of just going back to it, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why philosophy.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys. Remember, always have a little siesta along the way.
But like I just told, like, this is why I actually want to like talk about applied ethics as well, because like how important it is for you to believe, you know, like there's no such thing as like I keep asking about you about how what it means to be a good streamer, right? I sometimes ask you what it means to be a great streamer, right? But we all both know that there's no such thing as a great streamer.
No,
There's
I mean,
only
like viewers, come on.
like you or me, maybe.
Many viewers,
Yeah.
many viewers.
Yeah, but
Many
like
viewers, and you're the best.
yeah, but like honestly, like it's a subjective question. Like it's a subjective thing. Like what it means to be a great streamer, what it means to be the great, what it means to be great and stuff. But people keep trying to find answers to it that they don't take advantage of, you know, the subjective nature of it. There is nothing stopping me. Like this is why I always say I'm the greatest streamer, because because there's nothing stopping me. Nobody's right about who's the greatest streamer, so I may as well just say that I'm great. Of course, I want to improve, so I keep like open my mind and stuff. But like at the end of the day, I still tell myself that yeah, I'm still a great streamer, no matter who comes in front of me. Sure, I have room to improve, obviously, but that doesn't mean I'm not great.
This is a very nice look into your mind.
Yeah, sorry, I think I talked too much. All right, go ahead.
No. It's good. It's good. This made me think. You know, made me think over those things. I mean, it also made me think in like a way, you know, that like things just come to definitions and like perspectives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
If you say you're the best, it's not like it's not truth, but it doesn't mean it's it has to be the truth or something like that. Yep. No, totally.
Yeah, it just doesn't mean that you're necessarily wrong, you know? Like sure, like I'm saying, yes, other people can tell me I'm the worst streamer, for example, and I'm cool with that. That's their opinion. But if they're allowed to have their opinions about who's the greatest streamer, then at least I should be allowed to have some thoughts about that myself, you know? And yeah, I have nothing, because like some people have like, for example, some people, I just imagine like a perfect painting being right in front of me, and then some people say, oh, I hate that. Is that person wrong for saying that that painting is not perfect? No, I don't know what a good painting is. I just believe that it's perfect. And I just think that more things in this world are kind of like that, about how, because like a lot more things like these are subjective, right? But instead of saying that anybody can be right, we just say certain people are right, certain kind of people who made it, or like a certain kind of people who are the examples of like greatness is right. Even though if you were to go talk to them, they'll probably say, oh, I'm miserable. Some of them are actually miserable.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Elon Musk is sleeping on the floor.
Yeah. Like a lot of people don't actually like think about this when they start thinking about like what it means to be great. It was one of the questions I wanted to ask you this time as well, about what it actually means to be great. I actually made a philosophy stream about this myself. But like just look at the billionaires and just look at the famous people. Like they'll like, you have your own problems, but you forget that those people also have problems. They're humans just like you. They're not special, right? So like, what do you think about that?
No, I mean, I do realize that even though I'm not on the same, maybe not the same level, I'm not on in the same situation as they are, but maybe on my own level, I am just as great as they are, you know, in a way.
Yeah. Money is not what makes somebody great, and fame is not what makes somebody great. It's people's beliefs that make someone great. There's a reason why some people believe that the poorest man on the planet can be great as well. Like as long as they help them out. Like they have qualities that they find great, while I have my own qualities that I find great. If I find that I have certain qualities that I will believe that if someone has it, they're great, then chances are there's nothing stopping me personally from saying that I have those qualities. And if I don't have those qualities, then there's nothing stopping me from wanting them as well. Like that's, in my opinion, that's what confidence is.
what if we like all agree that growth is greatness? Because
Growth.
in many ways it is,
It
isn't it?
it depends on what it means by growth. Like
Like,
honest
what if
means,
there's like a homeless man
right?
who is still kind of growing in some kind of ways? Let's say maybe his connections get better. He
Right?
talks to a lot of people on the street.
Right?
He's very influential
Right?
in his circles. He some random dude
Hmm?
talks to him and he becomes a famous meme in some small
Yeah.
Eastern European country or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and well, then he's great and he's growing. Um, that's greatness. And like some people, like
Right.
Elon Musk, he's like he grew himself from being this and that, and now he's well at a higher level. Let's
Right.
call it that. And what if there's a person who is like this, and after 20 years is the
Right.
same?
Personally, there's two reasons that I disagree with that concept. It's the fact that one, the idea of growth is subjective too. What it means to grow for you is different for everybody else. Some people think that money is how you grow, or like becoming famous is how you grow, or becoming wiser is how you grow. I say rubbish. There's no such thing as a right way to grow. Unless you're satisfied with what you are and what you become, no matter how much you theoretically grow, there's no point. And second of all, what was that about? Sorry, I lost track of my mind there. But
Yeah, go on.
yeah, I think that was all I really
ask-
wanted to say. Just the fact that like, the idea of making it is also subjective. Like I
Yeah,
said,
growth and
there
making
is
it subjective.
nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
true.
honestly, like people keep thinking that like being a billionaire is great and being poor is not, and being in the war zone is not. And I say, well, that depends on your perspective. You can make the most out of any situation if you wanted to. You might be in a complete war zone with no arms, no legs, and no feet, whatever, because you have no legs. But but that doesn't mean you are necessarily stopped from like being happy or like being satisfied. Sure, some people would think you're crazy for being satisfied in that situation, but you don't have to agree with them, right? You might be justified the way you are.
What if his definition of happiness is having arms and legs, and he doesn't have that? So
Right. Yeah, that's their
That-
choice. Yeah,
that-
I think that's their
that-
choice. Yeah.
yeah, but that makes him miserable in that situation. He could choose differently, but what
Right.
if his mind is so made up on that idea that he just can't change it
Right.
until he dies,
Yeah.
and then he lives a miserable life?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Right. Yeah, that's when desires come in. Like there's a reason why you want stuff. It might be because you're not satisfied with it. Sometimes people do want things just because they're not satisfied with their situation, and that is fine. Like I think having desires, changing your situation if you're not satisfied is great. However, you have to realize that, the most dangerous thing about wanting things is you only keep wanting it. Only wanting and then not being satisfied. Like if you are sure, eventually if you work hard enough, like that person might be able to get an arm that he finds great, or like legs. But if he keeps wanting more things after that, okay, screw being happy. I'm just gonna keep wanting more and more, and then just like keep asking for more and try to become rich and all that. You will never be happy. Sure, I have nothing against you wanting new arms. I have something against you not being satisfied or celebrating the fact that you achieved getting arms before moving on to something bigger, something grander. Because those boxers, for example, like I mentioned, they keep, okay, I've won this one competition. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. I want to keep going and then go to the championships. Okay, I go to the championship. I'm not happy. I want to become a multi-millionaire. Okay, I'm not happy. Where do I go from there? That kind of situation.
Yeah, this goes back to your thing that you said that, let me just put it in my words. Sometimes we just have to have a little fiesta along the way. Right. Yeah. It does make sense that
Yeah.
that like we do have to be. happy with the situation we are in.
Yeah, just the idea of taking control of your own beliefs. That's what I'm trying to say. It goes back to our very applied ethics conversation. Like when I have a debate about this, a lot of people disagree with this, and that's fine. The whole point of this was to tell them that there's a reason why it's so subjective. And being subjective, people think that subjectivity is wrong, but I think that it just people don't take much advantage of it. Like, you know, we're so like, in my opinion, the idea that philosophy is about, even right now, I think philosophy is too focused on like finding the right answers, when in fact we can just make the most use out of the lack of answers. That's what I wanted to talk about in my applied ethics like philosophy session, where people are so focused on like finding the correctness that we don't take into consideration how important it is to believe first and then seek better, more alternatives, mind you. That's just how I believe.
This is true. My mind is busy.
Yeah. Kind of mind blowing, right? I actually want to like save this for like when I'm on stage or something. I want to like tell the whole world and then stuff like that. But I think this will do for today.
Tendo talk, okay?
Yeah. It's kind of fun.
Nice. So when is the TED talk?
I honestly have no idea. I have to like start signing up for that stuff. I don't have time. Man, that sucks. I really do want to present though. I really do. I don't know if it's right though. Like people do like tend to disagree on this a bit. Like Juicy was talking about how like yeah, Juicy does talk about how this will make people like arrogant, and then like just like what you said. Well, what happens if they start lying to themselves? You know, or they start lying to themselves about like, oh, I am in a good situation. You know.
Yeah, this might be seen as lying because they want to achieve something more. They see it as not being in a good situation, but then it comes back to you saying that they can change their mind on seeing this as a good situation. What stops them from not seeing this as good? Well, yeah, wanting to progress. Progress is subjective. Progress is subjective, but they have this like point of view of progress, and that makes them believe that they are in a bad situation. So then they like either have to cut off that part of their brain that like thinks that progress is what they want, and they have to first be satisfied with how they are, and after that they can think then about the next step, because you can't be making your second step without making your first step. It's that easy.
Right.
Because like if you go downstairs, you will fall down the stairs if you skip a stair. It's kind of how it is.
Yeah, whether or not that's a good choice or not. But that's the most scariest part about this philosophy, like this train of thought, is the fact that like at the end of the only one who can tell you what they want is the person themselves. Like if she says that, for example, being with her abusive husband is completely fine, then there's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, she's unfortunately technically right, because well, you don't know what she wants. But she says that, oh, this is what I want. So the only evidence you can go by is, well, that must be what she wants then. It's very difficult. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so,
it is very difficult. Like maybe there should be some kind of graph, you know, like happiness, arrow, this, that. It goes so far.
Right.
My brain keeps on forgetting the last step. We were talking about when I start like next thing. Maybe because I'm just tired, but you know.
Yeah, I understand. I understand, but it just goes to show that, to be honest, you can see this in two different ways. You either A, you believe in yourself, or B, you're lying to yourself. And to a certain extent, there's no difference between the two, because like, well, you're going off against no evidence apart from your own beliefs. And if you're saying just because you believe it, then you can consider that you're just faking it. and you won't be able to tell the difference because if you're very good at lying to yourself, chances are you already think that like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I want, you know?
You're right. Like the thing is, what if you're lying to yourself with what you want? That's also what you said, didn't you? You could be lying to yourself with you being satisfied, but you could be lying to yourself with what you want. So then it's just the part.
This is exactly. Yeah, this is why I was talking like back in that stream. Like I told you about how like I keep streaming and I do my very best in all my streams. I really do, but I don't know if it's worth it because like I don't know what I'm aiming for. Like for example, because I normally only stream for 0 viewers basically, and then just like I'm still doing it because I'm very stubborn and I always think that like I want to try my very best at something, but
that's how you progress in streaming, bro. Like when I started, I had like 1 to 0 viewers. There you go.
Yeah, I know.
And then at some point it started growing.
Yeah.
Maybe mostly because I had this moment in life where I had a lot of free time, and then I was streaming almost every day, and that like solidified my, it's called audiences, and now those people are coming back regularly, right? And
I'm just using that as an example, but the thing that people find difficult in this kind of thought process is the fact that they don't know if it's worth it. They can't tell.
Gonna plummet down if this keeps up. I'm going to bed. Slam the door.
Wait, what did you just say? What did you say?
He said he's gonna plummet down if this keeps up. I'm going to bed. What the fuck? Like he came in, saw us still talking about philosophies. He's like, there's fucking
man. Those guys don't like learning at all.
Yeah. Can we just talk about his point of view then? Can we like talk about him? Like
yeah, sure.
Okay, so basically he sees this as like obsolete. No one needs philosophy, right? And or maybe he doesn't. I really don't understand him. He's just like a person who like always comes into my stream,
right?
Shits on me, shits on everyone, but then still he's not bad. You know, he still sometimes like helps me. He comes in here. Yes, he's like making fun of me.
Yeah.
But then he still sometimes supports. Does some stuff. You know, we played some games together, something like that.
He's such a tsundere.
Maybe he's a very complicated person. He's like very negative and like everything, but then still deep inside he's nice. Okay.
Yeah, he's probably nice. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But then he comes in here and shits on our podcast, saying I'm gonna plummet there and just keeps it. Fuck.
No, like it does raise a good question though. Like since we've been talking for like 1 hour and 33 minutes, the point of philosophy, you know, what's the usefulness if possible. What do you think about that?
When did it all start? Damn, I regret staying to listen when you started talking about me. He regrets everything. He fucking regrets everything.
Hey, shut up. We know you love him. We know you love Fantastic. You tsundere. Go back to your anime.
Wait, why is it tsundere?
You don't know what a tsundere is?
Yeah, but I thought it has like a different definition.
It's like a person that like pretends to hate you even though like deep down they really really like you. Like, but to get your attention, they just like intentionally be mean to you.
I see.
Yeah.
He's
I gave you a good counter, didn't I?
He's a tsundere.
Now he regrets it. But like I said, it does bring up a good question about how the point of philosophy. Because what do you think about that?
No, he said no. Hey, dirty baby. Oh no. Okay, what I think about philosophy?
Yeah.
Well, I think at the beginning we were trying to find the answers. That's all about it is. It's finding the answers. But I mean, philosophy from like definition, from like translation, it's the love of knowledge. It literally is. I told you. I don't know if you ever knew that, but it is the love of knowledge. I don't know what kind of sense it makes with some things, but like knowledge, love of knowledge is just like people who really wanna know things and find things out. That's why philosophy is there, or the thing that we call philosophy is there.
Is it a good thing to think about though?
It for sure is, although it gets complicated at times. Sometimes it's good to define things, because those things are already there, but if no one thinks about them, then no one will solidify those definitions and those beliefs and those thoughts. And if no one thinks about it, they won't evolve. And that's how I see it.
Yeah, to a certain extent, I used to think that way too. It's just that after I started thinking about the concept of right and wrong, I just started asking about the purpose of everything, including philosophy, you know? Like, what does it mean to become better? You know?
Well, then you're a nihilist. You don't see purpose in anything.
At the very least, philosophy, because like one of the quotes that comes into my mind is how it's not philosophy but ethics. Is that ethics will not get you a better job. It won't help you get rich. It won't help you like achieve your goals, but it will make you a better person. What does being a better person mean, though? You know?
Yeah, right. Well, then, I mean, ethics won't make you a better person. It will just make you
question what a good person is. And this is my own opinion about this. Not saying I'm right, but philosophy, in my opinion, is useful to get you to realize how much you don't know. In my opinion.
Maybe.
Yeah, the fact that, like I said, we don't know what the right and wrong answer is. We don't know if you have freedom of choice or not. We don't know if having belief is strong or not. The fact that you respect that and also can have a discussion while keeping that in mind is the power of philosophy. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure. It's just the way it is, in my opinion.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Kendall?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Do you study philosophy or like? I know. Come on. I know it's a private question, but you never talk about yourself. It's like you never reveal anything. But it does seem like it, man. It does seem like it.
Well, if it helps you, it's something that I've been thinking for quite a long time, just for like things I've been like very curious about. Like the reason I like to think a lot about philosophy is because I just feel very scared by it, you know? Like when for example, I just thought about this process, like about how like there's no right or wrong answer, and that's a terrifying realization, right? Like that's very scary, right? If there's no right or wrong answer, then what about any choice that I make? If I go to prison today and if I go to like to a park today, is there any difference? Like, you know? And if that's the case, okay, then I have to somehow start making sense out of this. Okay? What does it mean for me to want things? What does it mean for me to make choices? When I get depressed about like, for example, after streaming, and I was just like, oh man, I didn't do a good job today. But what does it mean to, you know, not do a good thing? What does it mean? Is it because I actually made a bad stream, or is it because I'm just not proud of myself? That kind of start thinking that comes into my mind, which is the reason why I start thinking about these kind of things. Sure, you can say that like maybe like I was taught somewhere else, but like it was just it was a deep in process. Like this always happens. You probably go through this sometimes as well, right?
That definitely, yeah.
Yeah. I am a incredible overthinker though. That's the thing. I overthink so much. It's actually kind of unhealthy.
Well, overthinking is good in some ways, definitely.
Yeah, but not if you lose sleep because of it. Sometimes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like honestly, like I just sometimes lose sleep. It happens, but at the same time, I just can't blame myself because the only reason that I'm doing this is because I just want to have a better understanding of why I'm doing this or what I'm going through. Like sure, I could just ignore it, and many people do say that I should ignore it, and I do agree that sometimes I should ignore it just to like have a break. But I don't really blame myself for like thinking about all these things, and plus I get to have a nice conversation with you, so that's nice, right?
That's good. That's good.
What about you? Why is philosophy so important to you, or if it is?
I think it is. I might seem like a simple person, but I do sometimes overthink things as well. I think philosophy is kind of important for me because also for me it was mostly because I felt like I want to know the truth, the truth, and now that I find out that there isn't really no truth, it got complicated. But I think I just kind of wanna grow as a person in my understanding of growing. So get more knowledge and what should I call it? I'm just like a collector of knowledge, maybe something like that. I just like to collect knowledge, and philosophy in many ways feels like it achieves that goal, so that's why I like it. But mostly I guess it's for the whatever. I didn't think about it that much. I keep myself busy with other things. To be honest, when I sometimes when I start thinking about something, I tend to like think about it for a minute and then either lose the train of thought or just start doing something else so I don't like overthink. Maybe like that.
Right.
But then sometimes I do overthink.
Yeah.
It's fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes sometimes when I hear like streamers or like when I have discussions with people like you, I sometimes get really jealous. Like really, the things I told you today, I've been thinking about for years. Honestly, I've been thinking through about it, like debating with myself about it.
How old are you?
Shh.
Again. Here we go again.
But definitely for years, and I was just like very struggling with it this whole time, and then like all that. Just the fact that like my biggest debating opponent is myself. Honestly, like I don't shut up. I honestly sometimes I just walk around and then just just talk to myself. I remember I told you about how I talk to myself, right? Like I told you about how like before streams I just like prepare and pump myself up because like, okay, I'm gonna say this. If someone say this, I'm gonna say that kind of stuff. Yeah, I do that for philosophy as well. It's not.
No,
yeah.
I think most people do that.
Yeah. See. Eh? You do that too sometimes, right?
Most people do that. Yeah, like yeah, I do it as well, and I think it's actually a pretty healthy thing to be prepared, because you are preparing yourself. Like how else? Like yeah, you can sometimes come up with a really spontaneous answer, but you wanna be prepared so you can give a quick and easy answer to something to the other person. you are considerate of them, of
Right.
their time, and of your time, and stuff like that. This isn't bad.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. It's not bad if I do this, but it's not bad if I didn't do it either. I'm just who I am. That's who I am. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like,
This like comes back.
yeah, this goes back to, like, there's no such thing as a
there is
bad
no-
thing. Yeah. Yeah, this is why I think about this, like, just in case I'm doing something that I don't want to do, and if I can change it, you know, like, just in case. Like I said, even if I were to stop thinking about all this right now, I am still really amazing. I am still like one of my favorite characters, in my opinion. Like in this, like, I was like reading some mangas. I'm not gonna tell you the name. Like, there was just like a huge, like, big bodybuilders all around, and then the character that I'm most intrigued by is this huge fake fat woman who was like barely able to walk. She can't even like stand up by herself, and she's still proud of herself. And I was just like, I don't agree with what she does. I don't agree with her life choices, but I respect her so much because, like, at the end of the day, like, even if the entire world were to go against her, that's my favorite quote. Even if the entire world were to go against her, she would still be proud of herself because to her eyes, she is perfect, and to everybody, and if everybody else were to say anything else about her, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. And I find that to be very respectful.
That's also because you subjectively believe that it's good to be in control of what you believe is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Or yeah.
Like her way of saying it was like, even if when she was like about to get made fun of, her response was, "You wouldn't know what beautiful is if it was standing right in front of your face." And I completely agree with that. Like, I respect that quote so much. Like, that's just who we are, right? Just like the fact that, like, even if we saw ourselves, like let's just imagine right now, like imagine you were perfect, like literally perfect. If you see yourself in the mirror, would you believe that? Will you be the first one to know? Probably not.
Bro, no, I don't know. Wait, how do I give an answer to that? Would I?
Because,
I can
like,
give
yeah.
Okay, it's more of a rhetorical question, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a rhetorical question, definitely. But, like, other people can keep telling you you're perfect in every single way, but until you yourself believe that you are perfect, it's meaningless. You can literally be perfect, but until you actually tell yourself that you are actually perfect, then you will never be perfect. Which is why I tell people that,
I
like,
get it.
which is why I always tell, like, whenever I see other people who are like having, like, I am surprisingly very good at motivating people, but when I go and then like see other people and they have like a problem with their self-esteem, I just say, believe that you're perfect. Like, honestly, believe that you're perfect. And I'm not saying this because, well, and they say that, like, you can have flaws and still be perfect, because your flaws can also make you perfect. Your flaws can be a part of your perfection. That was what I'm trying to say.
Well, this is just a meta conversation about making people feel better. You're like using this meta strategy to make them feel better, and that's how you're making them feel better. Because if you tell someone believe that you're perfect, and they listen to you and they start believing they're perfect, then they will feel better.
Yeah.
It's a very meta strategy.
I don't know if it's a good thing.
Very good, Tendel. Very good. You are using your knowledge to your advantage. Perfect.
Do you like motivate people like this sometimes too? Like, you're a streamer too, right? Sometimes you should.
I don't motivate people.
Ah, man.
Maybe I do. I just sometimes people tell me that I motivate them, but I don't think much about it. I just do what I do, and if and whatever happens, right?
Yeah. I was about to also have a discussion with you about like egoism and altruism, about how like you sometimes help people only because you're selfish. It's a completely like different topic from what we're talking about. You want to have a talk about that? Like, we have like 15 minutes.
Yeah. But it's like that also comes back to the definition of your point of view, because you could see it with two different things. You could help people because you're selfish, because you are selfish that you wanna be good, or you are helping um because you are not selfish because you think about them.
Right.
Yeah. But if you think about other people, does it come from your um like thinking that helping other people is good and you want to be good? So is that selfish then, right? That's how you wanted to
Mm.
put it in words.
I'm just curious,
Something
but
like
like, what's the chat? What's your chat saying right now?
nothing. No one's there.
No one's there. Yeah, this is heavy stuff. This is some heavy stuff.
Everyone left. Their IQ is too low.
It's not really about IQ, but yeah. It was just a topic I was interested in because one of the biggest debate I had with my family, for example, is about whether every action is selfish, no matter what you do, and whether it's okay. For example, if I decide to help someone today, it's because I feel great from helping, not because I want to help her for her sake, but because I feel great from helping her or helping him or something. And I just wanted to hear your opinion about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That you could put it in that way, or you could put it in the way that you're not selfish because you helped her.
Yeah, I agree. You can say that, but there's a whole philosophy about this. About it's called psychological egoism and altruism. Egoism is about how you are selfish regardless of no matter what kind of action you do. Like the whole reason why you do things is for your own self pleasure and nothing else. That's your mandatory aim. Altruism is the opposite of that, where you are able to do something else for the sake of others and only for the sake of others. And yeah, it's very hard to argue against the fact that if you really think deep down about how you need desires and you need to have some kind of reward if you want to help somebody. Do you agree with that?
When you know what I was thinking about, the people who made these philosophies, what if the person who made the philosophy about the whole egoism thing, what if he was an egoist and he only helped people because it made him feel good, and the one that made the altruism was a different kind of person who was an egoist, and he came up with this philosophy
Right.
that yes, you can not be egoist with helping people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Since there is no ultimate truth, both of these philosophies are correct in their ways.
Yeah, so it's just up to our opinion as to what we find more convincing. I'm not saying either of them are right. For example, there's a good debate about both sides. Like for example, when I said about how it's probably impossible for you to help somebody else if you don't benefit from it, because think about it this way: if you have no desires, and have no emotions, would you be willing to still help somebody even though you won't have any feelings afterwards or before? No, right?
I do that.
But
I've been told to also help people, so that's also probably what influences me to help others. That's also a big part of it. Why people help each other is because they've also been scripted to do that.
Right. And there's also that's one of the arguments as well about how you've been educated to feel benefit, feel happy. You're taught to be happy if you help somebody, which is why people are tending to help. But the altruistic side would argue that that just means that if nobody was looking, everybody would just be selfish. They wouldn't want to help each other, but that's truly not the case, because people sometimes help even though there's no consequences, right? And sometimes I just think that way too, about how people have desires to help others, but it's after that they just get some emotions out of it. They still feel pleasure, but because they desire to help someone, not because the other way around, where because you want to get the pleasure, you help people, you desire to help people, and then you just get some pleasure out of that. Is that kind of, do you kind of get it?
Yeah, you're right. Well, I think it went in a circle again, to be honest, because this is kind of what we just talked about. For me, it's the same thing. It's how we see it, in a way. Because, like, you could put it that way, or you could put it that way. What if there is just like two types of people, and each one of them has their own kind of mind that works in that way, and an egoist type of person can only see that point of view because that's how he works. And if there's a non-egoist type person and he sees it that way,
fantastic. I really do understand that you're still really caught up on that, like, whole there's no such thing as right or wrong, and I agree. But I'll tell you, the biggest problem with that philosophy, however, is the fact that, like, if you just say that there's no such thing as right or wrong for everything, then you can't really develop your own beliefs as well. You know, like, eventually you will have to, like, make some kind of choice, right? I mean, sure, you can, at the back of your mind, you can, at the same time, you can say, oh, there's no such thing as right or wrong. But there's a way we do things, right? Like, for example, you might, completely not agree that, like, being selfish is right, but that might be how you act, right?
Quantum life.
Right?
Quantum life. I can believe in both of those things and never have a right or wrong.
Yeah, but it's
life.
Yeah, but that's the limit of philosophy, in my opinion. It's that, unfortunately, you have to, at the very end of the day, at least make up a bit of a mind about it, like, just
no choices.
Yeah, lack of choice. That's the thing.
Choice is the meaning of life.
Yeah, for example, yes, I still agree that there's no right or wrong, but I have things that I personally believe in, right? For example, just like, I believe, yes, is slavery wrong or right? It doesn't matter. I believe it's wrong. It doesn't matter. Like, sure, I have my own reasons that I believe it's wrong.
But was it your choice? Was it your choice?
Exactly. Exactly.
No.
This whole, like, I think this whole 2 hours has been spent on us just destroying our beliefs, isn't it?
After that, we're gonna come out lifeless, soulless, nothing, empty inside a freaking tin can.
It's called nihilism. You dummy.
We are nihilists now. Everything's pointless.
But do you do you still lean towards the idea of, like, egoism or altruism? What do you think?
I think altruism.
So you think that not all actions are just selfish reasons, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
I think so.
Yeah, I just want to
take my choice.
Yeah.
The choice that I've been made to do.
Okay, but let's just finish. I guess we have 6 minutes, so let's just finish our stream for this question then. Do you think it's better to be an egoist, or do you think it's better to be an altruist?
Okay, I'm gonna make a choice this time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or am I gonna? Okay, I'm gonna let the choice be made.
Do whatever you can.
The predestined the predestined choice here is banana.
Huh? What? What?
Banana.
Banana. That doesn't mean anything. Wait, yeah. But nothing does. So.
Philosophy banana. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's.
This is.
Yeah, this is way more simpler. It's so much simpler just to say banana. I'm just asking.
What is the meaning of life? Banana.
I just asked because well, it's just one of the things I was like thinking a lot about these days too. Like when I give, like I was just spending some 1 hour like last time like giving advice, and I just asked myself, why did I just do that? That was 1 hour of my free time.
You didn't do that. That wasn't your choice.
yeah, I get that, but still, I did it even though I'm more inclined with egoism myself, but still, I sometimes think that I know like I still sometimes help people even though I don't want to, and I just think that is this still true? You know?
But that still doesn't. Just because you don't want to, right? It doesn't mean deep inside in your subconscious it still might be a selfish thing. So maybe egoism is true after all.
Yeah.
Banana.
So it feels like I keep weighing it up, but I think it all boils down, in my opinion, to the fact that we don't know if what's a good choice. Because yes, do I help somebody and make me feel a bit better? Yes, it does. But at the same time, I know for a fact that it's wasting my time, and I know for a fact that he's not gonna be able to help me as much as I did him today. But I can't measure the difference. I can't weigh which one's better, and I think I just suck at that. At the end, yeah, I can though. Okay, I'll just go back to this one point that I can, at the end of the day, believe that I did the right thing. I really can, but because that's the only thing I can do. We're screwed.
Oh no. My body's disintegrating. I have no choice.
We have 3 more minutes. You have the last word. What about you? Go ahead.
I think that bananas are some good fruit, but you know that like the artificial flavor of a banana, it actually comes from a banana species that is extinct now, and all the real bananas that we're eating are different flavors, different species of banana, and the artificial. Whenever you're eating an artificial banana flavored something, you are eating a an extinct banana flavor.
Who said bananas can't be mind blowing? Who said that? Who said that? All right, you do the outro there. Let's just end it here for today. How about that?
Okay, that was a very nice conversation here me and Tandil just had.
Yeah.
We came to a conclusion that we didn't come to a conclusion at all. Because we couldn't come to a conclusion. Because there is no conclusions. There is no right or wrong. There is no free choice. We didn't even have a choice that we could come up with a conclusion. You know, this is how it went.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Anyways, guys, thank you everybody, fantastic Newt fans, and for me for hanging out as joining us, like wherever you're watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, take care everybody, and good night. Peace.